So NPP Minority Leader Kwame Alexander AfenyoMarkin abusuan wa trigger the Attorney General amasisi a AfenyoMarkin no ho ekwa akoto asemu chairman wontumi abusuan ne conviction no ne 20 years jail term na chairman wontumi ko no abusuan wo hwe de Kwame Alexander AfenyoMarkin ya abusuan ese wani ensa o ka kire Kwame Alexander AfenyoMarkin NPP Minority Leader threatening the Attorney General Dominic Ayine say or your next victim obeko jail face jail term if say NPP winning power or say Attorney General or no and next victim. Abusua na saa asem we are okan or say ekwan omofa so the jail chairman won to me with no evidence no abusua NDC4 enhwe na okan saa asem no and say Alexander AfenyoMarkin or charges bebrebe corruption cases against Alexander AfenyoMarkin and a docket crampo aye ready and brebi ye babe breaki edemamono wa trigger the Attorney General Attorney General babe fast track ne case na abusua enye asam keto akra black rasta de honsem ababe tudwa ye be pese be me akona yakwakoti ensema black rasta de tudwa e fa on submissions or the tudwa e fa chairman wontumi the case no any Alexander AfenyoMarkin threatening the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana abusua yankonkoti ensema e course ye ba e de aka ebeto amoso.
AfenyoMarkin vows Attorney General Dominic Ayine will go to jail. AfenyoMarkin is here again. And this time round, he's angry. And he says that Dominic Ayine should watch out. The tables are about to turn. 2028, he will join Chairman Wontumi in jail. But the difference would be Chairman Wontumi would come out and Dr. Ayine will be in there. This is the Zwarungu boy, the Stanford lawyer, the cigar-chomping Zwarungu dog muncher. He's the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana. He's a gentleman that I love. I've never asked him a question and he said, Black, I don't have an answer. He would tell you honestly. In fact, this man is not a politician. He would open up and tell you. But he will go ahead and tell you, Black, you see this thing that I tell you is because I trust you. If you lose the trust, I won't be able to tell you more. And I like that. Good friends must be bonded by trust, isn't it? He knows he doesn't need to tell me that because I'm a trustworthy person, right? Like Millennium Insurance. This is Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayine. He is the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice of the Republic of Ghana. So far, he has one bird in his cage, and that bird is called Bernard. A bird that is called Bernard. AfenyoMarkin is threatening. Osahin Alexander AfenyoMarkin. In Ghana, being the minority leader is just to shout and pop eyes out like a dog on heat. Let's watch him pop his eyes and shout his lungs out. Watch this.
Inspiration, what we are experiencing in this country is persecution, persecution, persecution. For the first time, we are seeing political imprisonment. Wontumi is a political prisoner. Mr. Speaker, Camilla Al-Hassan, a young mother of 3, is also a political prisoner. Telling you how intolerant you are, and you are here telling us you are running an economy. You want this to be a one-sided parliament. When people criticize you, you threaten them. A lot of my MPs here have been threatened. You are threatening members of parliament with prosecution. Let me serve a warning to the Attorney General. that the ravening clouds shall no longer be victorious. They shall not long possess the sky. Be careful. 2028, you'll be in opposition. 2028. If you are not careful, Mr. Speaker, if you don't stop now, you will go and meet one to me there, and one to me will be out, and you will go in. So I'm advising you, let us all be measured. We welcome the reforms by the finance minister, and for the first time, he did something patriotic by acknowledging the digitalization reforms we introduced in government payments. Today he has acknowledged it. Mr. Speaker, we commend you for acknowledging MPP. We commend you, but you can do better. Tell your government to free all political prisoners. Dr. Addo, tell your government to free all political prisoners. Wound to me deserve justice. Camilla Al-Azhar deserve justice. The MPs behind me that you have lined them up for persecution, listen, you can decide to imprison every MP. It will not shut us down. We will criticize you. We will hold your feet to account, and we'll make sure you account for every city you spend. But you know what? The good news is that you are on your way to opposition. You are on your way to opposition. So you should begin thinking. You should begin thinking deep. Because there in someone cells, in someone prison will not be locked up. It will open widely for you. It will swallow many of you. From what we are seeing in public procurement, your situation will be worse. So be careful, those of you who are comfortable.
Empty, bullish foolishness. You see, I was quietly watching this guy and hoping that he will make sense. Once in a while he does. I feel like crying, I'm telling you. These are the people in parliament. Are these the people in parliament? Do they think about Ghana? Do they think about Ghana? Or they are only thinking about wanton abuse of power when they grab it? Listen to this guy. He says Camilla Al-Hassan is a political prisoner. Somebody who threatened the lives of the first gentleman of the land and the first lady of the land. Somebody who made allegations unfounded and pleaded guilty. Under no duress, absolutely. This dumb ass is still standing there saying that that is a political prisoner and he is supposed to be a lawyer. I am sad for Ghana. These are the people we have. When is Ghana going to think patriotic? When is Ghana going to think Ghana? One to me is a political prisoner. When your own party members were bemoaning his wanton abuse of our forests, flora and fauna. Frimpong Boateng, Professor Frimpong Boateng, a man who had so much respect and was sitting on the zenith of integrity, you descended him to the lowest ebb. Because he spoke the truth. Today, he is a wanted child in your party. He said, "Wound to me." And the dirty ghost at Wonuo, that guy called Sir John, who Satan is still sodomizing in hell. My brother, my sister, he said they were the two giants of our forest destruction. You guys fought it. When Sir John died, we saw the footprints, clear footprints, of what the good old professor said. This dirty guy called Sir John Find me a dirty picture of that dirty guy. In fact, stole land that belonged to the government of Ghana. My brother, my sister, in forest reserves, and registered that in his name, in his capacity as the CEO of forestry. We didn't know this until he died. And it was clearly printed in his will. Your president was so ashamed that he didn't listen to the words of Mpomboate. In fact, Sir John bequeathed to himself land from forest reserves, the forest that he was put in to protect. It brings tears into my eyes every time I think about these guys who say they are here to serve. He's already thinking about retaliation. This is the guy. Every night, Satan, with a big hat on, is sodomizing this guy. And in my sleep, I hear him crying, why, Ajay, why? And nobody is there to save him. Dash! These guys, we gave them power. And they became Nebuchadnezzar. My brother, they became demons. If you look at this guy's will, you will comatose. Did you have an opportunity to see his will? We showed it right here. He had pump action guns. He had houses dotted all over the place like Hanan is doing. Today, the long arms of the law are chasing these people for accountability for their stewardship. A lawyer, my brother, my sister, who himself, I am told, in the days of Tokono, was given a lot of favors. Today he says that when they come into power in 2028, Attorney General will go to prison and dirty wound to me will come out. And a lot of these people will go there because they are seeing procurement breaches. I'm happy to hear that. If there are procurement breaches, what stops you from going to court now? Because you guys will never come into power. You have a bad mind, and your bad mind is a mind of retaliation. And you guys are hungry for power. You have missed being in power. The largesse, the stealing, the arrogance, the foolishness, the irresponsible life. Listen to his lexicon. What is he saying? Shouting his lungs out and threatening an honorable man who has saved him from going to jail himself for slapping a policeman 3 times. I don't know what Attorney General is sitting down and doing with that docket. And sadly, after all this noise, these same guys would meet. And then they laugh. Yeah, they are doing politics with our life. Let them shout like this. When they close the parliament, they sit and drink tea together. And they talk about the next women they are going to seduce. And we become the sacrifice. You see why I will never be a politician? Never. It's not possible. I reject it. I can't. Because people like this have tainted and stained beyond any kind of cleaning politics. Wuntumi's case was so clear. Your government moved it from 3 years to 25 years. He's been given his pound of flesh. He's in there. He himself is saying that he has learned his lessons. Atachia couldn't even save him. On the day of judgment, Atachia was too busy to go there. Atachia had a graduation. He had to go and stand in front of balloons and clap his hands dry at a graduation. His own client. He couldn't even go to give him the last hug and say, my brother, we tried. 2 days later, 1 million V8s were on the road, disrupting the peace on our road on the way to Nsawam prison to greet a dirty galamsey. I have no mercy for people like that. Hey, I want a Ghana that will be inherited by my children with pride. I go to England, you go to England. I go to America, you go to America. I travel to Japan, I travel to China, I travel to Malaysia. And we see things. Some of these countries, we are more than just endowed than them. Yet because of these dirty tricks in parliament, do me, I do you, threats, empty threats. As you saw earlier in that quote, it is a weak man who makes threats. It is a man, my brother, my sister, who has no vocabulary, who issues threats. Hallelujah. That's a deep thought. We remember in the days, anytime we're having an intellectual discourse, those ones who couldn't match, 1, 2, they're short of everything, then they start threatening. Look at it. Threats are the last resort of a man with no vocabulary. And that's AfenyoMarkin. They can't argue intellectually. They cannot be patriotic. They go around slapping policemen. My brother, my sister, they take advantage. Little boy Miracles Abuaje said 2028 when they come into power, people like Black Rasta, we're scared of you. Your government was in power, we're giving it to you. What did you do? Things like that can frighten me. Me, I'm a spiritual man. If I realize that you are going to do me chuku, I just raise my hand. You would, you will go and say I've threatened them. Me, I'm a very clean guy. So when I walk without looking back. Minsromo. You know why? I'm only thinking about Ghana. Procurement or no procurement, you won't find me there. When you go for your bunga, am I there? Do you see me in your offices? Do you see me in your offices? What I eat, you can't eat it. What I drink, you can't drink. Upe nam, upe fish, upe apeteshi. I don't eat any of this. So how can I be at table with you? Read the Bible. Remember the story of Daniel. When Daniel went out there before Nebuchadnezzar, he begged Nebuchadnezzar and said, you know what? Me, I cannot be part of your dinner. I want a dinner of herbs. Say, contombria, monfambra. Ntampenswa, monfambra na mwano. Enfa agushi bien mwano kakra. Toast kakra. Garlic kakra. Na yamfanye mpoto. Nebuchadnezzar said, no, you are my guest. When the time comes and people come and you are growing lean and frail, I will be disgraced because I have so much food. He said, call it me. Call it my problem. Call it my foolishness. If that happens, the Bible says, when the time came, Daniel and his brethren were looking better than all the people who were eating from the king's table. The pork. Maybe they had a crantier there. They had a kokono. I didn't think a nipa be we a kokono. We a nipa and I say we a koko. A kokono is a worm. Some people eat it. Excreta of animals. Some people eat that. You see, I can't tell some greenish, something like that. Say, I see, I can't tell no. Say, oh, we, friends saying, herbs. I also eat herbs. Will you come for mine? Me more be brave. For quiet. All in all, I don't eat what you eat. So I'm not part of your party. They know these miracles and all those guys. They know who Black Rasta is. He's a patriotic citizen. In Mahama's government, I was hauled before the parliament. Samukai. They took me to the parliament. Say, Makasa. Why didn't they say that it was a political aid? Did I blame NDC? Did I blame NPP? Dabi. From that time till now, I've never blamed any party. I was there on my own. And we walked out. They intended to embarrass me and make me look like, but they gave me more energy. So, AfenyoMarkin and all the other parliamentarians, I pray that the NDC doesn't get moved by your noise. Jail them if they deserve to be jailed. Jail them. Jail them. When you were in power for 8 years, are you trying to tell us you don't want any accountability? We should leave you for all the 8 years that you were in power because we fear that power would change hands. The so-called tables would turn. Therefore, your 8 years should be accountability-less. Kasabeno. Kasabeno. When Mahama was doing his appointments, you heard me say cockroaches, lizards, and blah, blah, blah for some of the appointees. You were happy. You flew it all over the place. Some even said, oh, NDC, Black Rasta NDC, Onukra Osi Mahama, appointments, newbie, cockroaches, and they were happy. You all remember that, don't you? A family idea, mope. But when the tides turn against you, oh, we NDC knew. But Ghanaians know who Black Rasta is. I've never been a member of any party, never had any party card. I am not looking at parties. Me. Today somebody was telling me on radio that he's praying that I will be an MP. And I shook myself. Me the MP, me the idea. Take your MP. Me pay. I didn't say that I'm president. Why didn't you say I should be president? We see MP. Because Rastaman to me is president. Which I don't even want. I'm not a politician. I'm a kingmaker. Me na me see a hene ahemfo. Yana ye see ahemfo like Samuel in the Bible. It's for us to stay back. You see, you all track why you know. Onim say ni chia. Yana ye be catch say we chia kakra. Enti fa yen pia u kapre. Na wakase u kapre entina ye kasa. From tete. Now look at my beard. Ni na ye fita. I started to speak when I had no beard. And then we must start. Tell me one politician who can come out and say, oh, and me, I gave Black Rasta this, and I did this for Black Rasta and all that. That's not what I eat. I eat from you on this platform. Those of you who are on this platform, who believe in the work that I do, at the end of the month, YouTube will come and say, oh, Black Rasta, what will you $2 bina fakoba obra. It was say those working $2 yanya $2. Timunji $1.50 50 cents no enko bo me bra. Let's think about Ghana. All that AfenyoMarkin said, I didn't see Ghana in it. I only saw party politics, revenge, retaliation, retribution, backing. Hi, and you're there. And yet, it's the black pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we speak truth to power.
So, Abusia, we ne ensema ekoso e political highway so Black Rasta and I turning kase odessa and semino tudwa efa the Attorney General and AfenyoMarkin NPP minority leader omo banta ekoso over a year wound to me conviction. But I must say, some of Japan cocotiza and some way at my gossip politics TV so.